the NFTA system of today, but also looking forward to the future, both the short-term future, things that we can change to make the system better within the next 1 to 3 years, but also looking beyond that to a longer-term horizon of 3 to 12 years, so some more significant changes potentially in that time frame. We are looking in depth both at the services themselves, but also the community that these services work within. So a lot of the posters you'll see around the room on the boards here talk more about the community that we're serving, not just about the actual routes themselves and how they perform. We have maps on the over in this corner on population and employment. We have charts on travel demand overall, not just how people use the bus and the rail system, but how people overall make trips in this region. We have a few other pieces of information. Here is the system ridership map for the NFTA bus and rail system that shows you how actively the bus stops throughout and the rail stations throughout the network are used. So these posters are available, and on the internet within about a week from now we'll have a full presentation of data available that we've compiled as part of the study. So besides the market assessment, the ridership assessment and the operations review, we also are doing an analysis of the fare structure for the agency. That's not so much the level of fares, like the price you pay when you board the bus, also about how fares are charged. Things like the zone structure that the fares are currently framed within, and also the range of passes and other products that you have available to you to use for your journeys. We're also doing what's called the strategic assessment, which is looking at the whole question of the future of major investments such as rail within the area. That was last looked at in 2001. The strategic assessment was last done 8 years ago, so we're updating that process again now. The next slide shows a more detailed description of what's being studied in, I won't go through it line by line, but again it focuses on ridership, the system of today, how it's used, market, the whole community that it exists within, who rides transit within that community and who doesn't, and who might be attracted to use it in the future. Service performance, where is the service productive today, where can we improve that? And service delivery in terms of things like service reliability. How can we enhance the reliability of the system? So what do we hope to achieve from this? We basically hope to set up an improved system in the short and the long term. We want to enhance the public mobility, how people can easily manoeuvre around the city and the region. And we want to build support for future investment in the transit system, be it in new service, but also in new facilities and new fleet. Our study breaks into a number of different phases. We've already collected a lot of data. The buses here have what are called automatic passenger counters on board them. They record people as they board and alight from buses, so we have a very rich source of data from that, covering virtually every bus line in the network here. The rail system we also have individual manually collected data on, so we have a very rich source of data. A lot of previous studies have been done as well, and the Greater Buffalo Niagara Regional Transportation Council also have assembled quite a wide range of data on the overall community. We're currently now in the phase known as the outreach phase, where we are basically talking to the community in the broader sense. And from all of these exercises, we will then lead into drafting a revised service plan, which we look forward to sharing with you in September of this year. So again, keep an eye out for the date in September when we will look again to getting some feedback from you. We've structured a set of 4 key questions, and we'd like to group with each table to talk through some of these key issues associated with these questions. The first one's a very broad one. What are the key roles for transit in this community? Is it all about just people who are dependent on transit, or is it also about people who might choose to take transit if it was more attractive? And how can we best address both of those opportunities. The other questions about resources, how should we deploy them? Do we need to provide the same level of service everywhere throughout the region, and the same level of service would be provided in all parts of the region, or is it appropriate that we have different service levels where we know there is stronger ridership potential? And what are the priorities for investment in transit, such as expanded light rail or things such as bus rapid transit, where we enhance the environments where a bus service would run? So in tackling the four questions, what we'll do is we'll have a facilitator at each table. So wherever you are now, we will have one of our staff sit with you, and we will just talk through each of these four slides. So we'll begin with this particular question about what the role in Greater Buffalo is. So if you just want to take a few moments to reflect on the slide while our staff move around to their various tables. We have Eve here at the back table. China, the lady here, will take this table perhaps, and Bob Gower will look after this table, and I'll look after this fourth table. And I'll just run over the questions firstly before we break into the individual groups. What is transit's role in the economic vitality of this region? How can we best support growth in the business community and getting people to jobs? We've heard a lot about how important it is to get people to employment opportunities and to encourage business to locate here. How does transit fit into that equation? Are people's choices for travel going to be the same in the future? Is there going to be another rise in fuel prices that attracts more people back to transit, just as what happened in the middle of last year? What other environmental issues might surface that, again, attract people to transit? And is there a bigger picture role for transit in shaping this whole region? Does the whole development of the region have to happen completely separately from transit's development, or can they be both handled together as new development comes into this community? Can it be steered into locations that are more conducive to having people ride transit to and from their work? So those are the types of issues that we wanted to just go through around 5 to 10 minutes of just individual discussion at each table. So if each of the leads could just sit with each group, and we'll take some notes as we speak to each of you and get your input on those key questions.